2 fingers because you don't want them to push on the bed. And you have them do dorsiflexion, up and down, all the way up and down. All right, and notice, what would be a grade 5? If you can do that 25 times. Now be careful if people start having a muscle cramp down there, just stop. And just to give you an idea of how things could be different, we had another muscle testing book that said if you can do it 5 times, that's a grade 5. So you can see how different sources can really be different on these things. You can see why muscle testing sometimes is an inexact sort of thing. But we're going to go ahead and use your text, what's in your notes, 25 times. If they can do 10 to 24 times, that's a grade 4. 1 to 9, that's a grade 3. And a 2+ would be they just clear the heel from the floor but don't do a full plantar flexion as much range of motion. So,
And with your weight, it's going to play a big, huge factor in that.
yeah,
So.
true. That's part of the inexactness of it all. All right, now notice if you so there's no 3+, 3-, 3+, 4+, anything like that. So we just have to use this scale here. All right, so if they can't even do a 2+, all right, then we move into a different position. Can I get you prone, please, with your head down? Yeah. Oh, by the way, let me show one more thing before we do that. What am I emphasizing if I do the same thing but I flex my knee? So, I'm doing soleus because I'm making the gastroc what?
No, passive.
Actively.
It's active. It's contracting. Active insufficiency because I'm flexed because it crosses the knee. So in your comment section, it says they're flexing the knee, decreases gastrocnemius activity about 70%. So it's not as if there's no gastroc working, but you're de-emphasizing the gastroc and emphasizing the soleus more if you do that with your knee flex. Okay, the same is going to be true here. All right, notice what a 2+ is also going to be. If he can go through a full range of motion and hold against maximum resistance in this position. Okay, so we're measuring plantar flexion. Can you come down just a little bit more, Josh? I'll try to stay on this side. All right, that's the movement I want you to do right there. Go ahead and relax for a minute. Okay, can you do that? And now hold it right there and don't let me move.
Okay.
Hold it, hold, and relax. Okay, so notice where your resistance goes, not just on the forefoot there, but also pushing on the what? The calcaneus. So you're trying to move them into dorsiflexion. All right, so that's important because you can't get, some people think you can damage the foot if you give a lot of resistance on the forefoot like that. So we're going to be careful and put a hand on the calcaneus too when you do that. So if you can hold against max resistance, that would be a 2+. And then notice the difference between 2+ and a 2. So if you can't hold against max resistance, basically that's going to be a grade 2. A 2- would mean he can just do partial range, but he couldn't go through the full range of motion. All right, so the grading is just